and this is BeeCreative Crafts, and welcome in to Let's Get Crafting. So y'all, tonight we are going to do some cross stitch. So if you've never cross stitched, or if you have and you just want to hang out and learn something maybe new or refresh your skills, welcome in. And right now we've got Miss Kimberly. Hello, and I know she cross stitches because I have seen some of her work. Y'all, the temperature has taken a dive again. It warmed up and now it's cold again. I love when the weather starts getting warm, but it makes me sad when it goes from hot to cold. Hey, Miss Connie, she says, yeehaw, howdy, howdy, Pam, and all my amazing yarnies. Hey, Miss Connie, welcome in. So, y'all, if you want to craft along with me tonight, you're going to need some Aida Fabric, which if you're not familiar with what that is just your fabric that you're going to want to cross stitch on. If you don't have that, but if you have some plastic canvas, that will work as well. Hey, Steve. Connie says, oops, I didn't mean to hit enter yet. That's okay. I figured you wanted it to say to your amazing yarny peeps, and you, the Biscuit, and King Buddy all say howdy do. Kimberly said they've gone from cold to hot. Let's trade. Okay, I'm down. It's been kind of rainy and drizzly. It's been a good day to just be lazy. Connie says, how is everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I've just been chilling in the house, getting ready for this and crafting and watching TV and getting caught up on all the new shows. Connie said temperatures were dropping there too. I know, right? Hey, Herb, welcome in. All right, so y'all ready to jump right into it and get started? I'm going to use this kit right here that I picked up from Creative Kids, I don't think I got it from Hobby Lobby. I want to say it's probably Dollar Tree or Dollar General. But anyway, I'm going to use this just because it's bigger and you can see it. And then I will show you the pattern that I created. And then I'll help you learn how to read the pattern. Connie says, I saw you were live, so I wanted to say howdy. Well, thank you so much, Connie, for popping in. And now I'm going to meet Daniel. Hey, how are you, Mr. Paul Ply, guys? Hey, Angel, welcome in. So, y'all, we got Daniel here and maybe Ash and Oslo. All right, y'all, let me flip my camera around. Give me just a second here. And, y'all, okay, for those that use StreamYard, when I was recording my video earlier, and I may have seen this before and it just did whoop, you can pause the video, so like when I'm recording I don't have to like keep hunting and searching. I can pause it, flip my camera, do all that kind of stuff, fun stuff, and then hit play again. You can't do it when you're on a live stream, but you can do it when you're recording. Just thought I'd share that for anybody that uses StreamYard to record your videos. But on the live I can't do that. I just have to hit the little buttons here and look around and find where I need to go. Ta-da! Alrighty. Alright, so what you're going to need. Okay, I like to use an embroidery hoop. That's how I was taught way back in the day. So if y'all don't want to use an embroidery hoop, you don't have to. But I like to use it. Okay, but we're going to move that over here. Let me rearrange stuff. And we'll, like I said, let me see if this says on here where it came from. Manufactured by, okay, Greenbrier International. That's Dollar General, right? Does anyone know? Anyone? I don't know. Let me open this up. Nope, not that end. I'm going to open up this end. Sorry for the crinkling, y'all. Okay, and we are not going to do this particular pattern. Ooh, they gave me two. Yay! I'm not gonna make the butterfly. I just want to show y'all how to do the how to do a cross stitch, and I figured it would be easier with this because, and y'all, I'm gonna use this orange because hello orange, just to give you the concept of how to cross stitch, and then we will. Ooh, that is not very thick. I don't like that one. The opening's not very big. Oh, but I'll have to. Okay. We'll grab my little needle threader here. And pull it through. So this is just going to be to show you how to do it. Okay, so on your Aida fabric, it'll be the same. You got all these little holes here. Okay, y'all, so well, this is, maybe I won't, okay, wherever I got this kit from, don't get it. Because, y'all, look, the needle doesn't even go through their grid. Hold up. Well, that's dumb. Okay. Well, that's a bust. Don't, okay, I'll figure out where I bought this kit from. Don't buy it because it won't work. Let me see if I got a different needle here that will work. I know I do. I just got to get it out of here. Okay. All right, still trying to pull that out. I'm going to use this one instead. Hey, Mary. I know, right, Kimberly? That y'all saw me. That's the needle that came with the kit. So, okay. All right, we'll just use this one instead. It'll be all right. Okay, take two. Okay, so you're gonna stick your needle in. Okay, normally I would tie a knot in the back here, but just for the sake of what I'm doing right here, I'm just gonna hold it. Okay, and then you're gonna go up and to the right one. So you go over and up. So you make a little slash. Is that focusing in? It is not, is it? And then you're going to go into the opening directly below that one. And then you're going to go up and over to the left. And you've made a little X. And that is not focusing in. I'm so sorry. I have to switch out these cameras. And then also what I will do a lot of times, if I have several colors in the same, or several boxes that are going to be the same color, I will go ahead and count over however many it is asking me to do. So let's just say 3 more. You can make your little slashes going all the way across. And then do your slashes going back the other way. Whoopsies. I dropped it. And make your X's that way. I will probably make this butterfly, but I will not be using that needle. That really stinks. I can't believe they gave a needle that's too big to fit through the grid. So that is how you do that. That is what your back would look like. Okay. All right, so let me toss this stuff out of the way. Now this next kit I know came from Dollar Tree. This one. I've done a review on this one. But I kept it, not for the pattern. If anybody has ever seen these at your Dollar Tree and you're wondering whether or not you should buy it, this is what you get. You get the Aida Fabric, you get some floss and a needle, and you get this. Okay, that's it. This right here, the picture that they show on the back, that's your pattern. So I don't recommend these for the patterns because that's what you get. You don't get anything else. But if you don't have anything handy dandy or close by where you can purchase Aida fabric, then this is a great way to get a small section of Aida cloth and a little bit of embroidery floss. Like I said, I do like to use a hoop. You can get them in different sizes. I think I'm going to use the bigger one for right now. Kimberly says, wow, that's sad. I know, right? Bummer. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to fold my fabric in half. What did I do with that green? And then I'm going to fold it in half again. And the screen here, yep. And what I'm doing is I'm finding the center, or roughly the center of my Aida fabric, which is going to be right here. And I'm going to use a little piece of this floss right here because it's here. If I can figure out how to open it, maybe I will. There it is. So what's everybody been doing today? What is the weather like where you're at? As I was saying, it's a little bit chilly here. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm not going to do anything with this green other than, let's just cut a little piece of it off. I'm going to use it to mark the center. You can also use a erasable fabric marker, but I'm just going to use this. And I'm going to use that needle that I just had. Kimberly says she has done nothing. You know, some days you just have to do that. Angel said, Nightmare Before Christmas was my nightmare. Oh, no. Okay, so this one we're going to say when you fold it in half and fold it again, right there is the center of your fabric. So I'm just going to push this right through here. And then I'm going to draw that out. And then this is going to go away here in a minute. I just wanted to find the center of my fabric. Then I'm going to lay my hoop down, lay my fabric on top of it, and then you're going to push the other piece down on top. Hopefully I can do this with this little table and I don't flip it over too bad. Ta-da! And then you take your little tightener here and you tighten it back up. Normally I would put that up top, but you know. Alright, so there we go. So that is the center of my Aida fabric. I'll push this up here for a little bit. Okay, when I'm saying Aida fabric, it's this here. And you can get it in different colors. And for what we're going to be doing today, you can use any color you want and any 2 colors of floss that you want to use and any stitch count. The higher the count, the smaller the squares. So you can get Aida 10, 14, 20, all different sizes. So that's what we're going to be using. I'm going to be using the white. This is what your pattern looks like. Okay, your pattern will come. It'll let you know what colors you need to use. Normally, I purchase DMC floss, and the pattern maker that I have is old, and so the floss that I'm using today is actually some that I bought on clearance from Hobby Lobby, and it is this brand here, Artistry, that you can get at Hobby Lobby. So the numbers on the seams are not going to match up, so I did write those out here to the side. But if you were following along with a pattern that you purchased, and it has the DMC numbers, the numbers are going to be on the skein of yarn here. So that's what you'll be looking for. Just make sure you're getting the DMC brand and not the Iris brand. Okay, so for this one, I'm using the Artistry number is 580 in purple, and this pinky color, which is number 607. If you're using DMC, the purple one is number 552, and the pink is number 603. And Kimberly said the Aida, the number refers to the number of stitches per inch. Yes, it does. I should have told y'all that. What did I do with that number? Where did I toss it at? Oh, I tossed it over there. So the 14, so you would get 14 of these little bitty blocks right here, little bitty squares per inch. So obviously if you go with a 10, you'll get 10 blocks per inch. If you do 14 or 18, then you would get 18 squeezed into that little bitty inch section. And so that's why if you want to make something really detailed, you can go with a larger number Aida count, and then you'll be able to squeeze in more detail and keep your project smaller. Whereas if you used a 10, it would be a lot bigger. Pixelated. Debbie said she has done stamped cross stitch. And I guess I should have told y'all. So what we're going to do today is called counted cross stitch. And that's where we're going to count out where we need to go on the Aida fabric. Whereas if you were doing stamped, the image would be stamped right onto the fabric. And here is what our pattern is going to look like. And I'm going to pop it up on the screen here so y'all can see it better. Oh, also this is your guide or your ledger. So it tells you the symbol that's going to be shown. Y'all, it's not focusing in. I'll pull it up on the screen so y'all can see it better. And then this is going to be our pattern. So let me share screen right quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Share screen. Where are you? Why isn't it letting me share? There we go. Okay, there we go. So there is the grid for what we're going to be doing. That's the pattern, and you can see the symbols. So for the, let me switch it to a different view here. Okay, so for the stitches, for the purple ones, it's going to be using the number 1, and for the pink, it was using the infinity symbol, or 2 diamonds attached. That's what we're going to be making. Let's see. That's what it looks like if you did it as a solid. So these grids, you could also use it if you wanted to make it into a corner to corner, or if you wanted to make it, I use it to make graphicans. So let me go back to the symbols. Okay, now this arrow over here on the left, and then there's also, let me shrink it down just a little bit. If anybody's saying anything, I'm not on the screen where I can see what's being said, so I will be back in just a second here. Okay, so up at the top and down here over to the left, in the center, those are your center arrows. So you can follow those down, and that's where you're going to find the center of your project. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to start right here in the middle, and that way you know that you will have enough room going left and right to where your project stays centered, and so that you stay onto the fabric and don't run out of room. Okay, let me go back over here to StreamYard side. And let's see if I can show y'all. Click here. Maybe. There we go. Can y'all see that better now? That's what I was trying to show y'all a second ago. When you purchase the pattern, it will show you the color, the symbol that's being used for that color, and how many strands you will need to use. Normally, when I was taught, I was just taught to use 3 strands always. Your embroidery floss is going to come in strands of 6 usually, and then you separate it out. It'll give you your DMC number, and then, or your DMC, the type of floss you're using, and then your DMC number and then the color. And Debbie's saying hi to everybody. Oh, back over here to the pattern. Close that out. StreamYard. Sorry, y'all have to click and see where I'm going here. All right, so are y'all ready to get started? Who wants to cross stitch? Move my little notes over here. Stop this screen share. Did everybody get the pattern? Can you see it? I'm going to stop sharing and then I'll just tell you what colors I'm using if you want to stitch along, or if you just want to hang out and see what's going on, that's cool too. Stop share. There we go. Alright, so we are going to start with number 1, which is the purple color. And you're going to pull out a little bit of your floss here. I've never used this floss, so hopefully it works okay. Like I said, I bought it. It was on clearance. So I thought, yeah, I'll grab some of that. Why not? I can tell you one thing, it's not wanting to come undone. It's tangling up on itself. Stop. Okay, that should be good. And then I am going to, when I say separate it out, okay, it's the same as with yarn. It's plied. Well, some yarn's plied, but the embroidery floss is plied. So you have 6 little strands. So I'm going to separate it out, and I'm going to do it with 3. I know the pattern that I just showed y'all says 2, but that's because I didn't go change it. I created this the other night to share with y'all. And if anybody wants this pattern after the live ends, just shoot me an email. My email address is in the description box below, and I'll be happy to email it to you. It's just a little Celtic knot, and you can do it in any colors that you want. Okay, so I'm going to tie a knot here at the end. And that's just to keep it from pulling back through the fabric. And y'all, there are lots of places you can buy cross-stitch kits. And you can also find lots of free grids on Pinterest and just by doing a quick search online. And you can use those for either for cross-stitch or bead art or graphkins. Or you can make up your own with some graph paper, which I have done. Okay, now I'm going to go in right here where I had the center of my fabric, which is right here where this green is at, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull that green out. Just toss it aside. Okay, so back to the chart here. Hopefully focus. I don't know why this camera does not want to focus in. I'm just going to have to switch that out. Okay, so right here in the center, we're going to do 6 of the number 1s in a row. So I'm right here in the center. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my needle out and I'm going to back it up 3. No, I'm right here in the center. 1, 2. Yeah, back it up 3. So 1, 2, 3. And what I'm doing is I'm using my fingers behind here to kind of guide where I want my needle to go in at. Now, I know some of y'all said on my live the other night, or in one of the lives the other night, that you can't cross stitch because your eyesight has gotten bad. So you might want to try it with the plastic canvas and yarn. You can still do cross stitch patterns with plastic canvas. It'll make it a little bit easier to see. And then we're going to do, I'm just going to do like I showed y'all at the beginning. Now this needle is a little bit thick for this fabric, but it'll be okay. And then you're just going to pull it through the back side. And I'm going to do 6 little slashes going across here. So starting in the left, and then you go up and to the right. So are y'all ready for the time change, those of y'all in the US? if I have any Canadians in the chat tonight. Does y'all's time change at the same time as the US? Just wondering. And what I'm doing, I'm flipping over, and I like to work across my tail, kind of the same as with crochet, working my tail in as I go. Because we got the spring forward, which, you know, I do enjoy having it be daylight longer in the evenings, but one thing I'm not a fan of is that it's going to be dark when I have to get up in the morning. Kimberly says, nope, she votes to leave it be. Well, in Tennessee, we had to vote on that a long time ago, it seems like now. And Tennessee voted to leave it alone, to no longer do the time change. However, it has to go through, hey, Snapdragon, welcome in. It has to go through federal. And so far, that hasn't happened. Hey, Nancy. Welcome in. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's my 6th one. Okay, now I'm going to get my chart back down here. And then I can see I've also got some ones over here. So now I'm going to skip 2, and do one more. Then I'll skip 1, then do 1. Hey, Miguel. He says, listening while cooking supper and doing some evening chores. Chores never end. Amen, brother. I hear you on that. Nice. Whoops. So like I said, we're going to skip over 2. So there's 1, 2. And you can also do each individual square. You do not have to work it all the way across. Then we're going to skip 1. That doesn't look right. Hold on a second. Oh, that's a flaw in the pattern. That should not be skip 1. That should just be 3 in a row. That's my bad. That's what happens when I was changing colors right before and not double checking. Like, wait a minute, it should be a straight line. Okay, now right here, my little tail end is starting to pull back up, so I'm just going to flip it over here and pull it back out with my needle. So, Miguel, what are you having for supper? Hey, Tank. She said, leaving her DNA. Have a good evening. Okay, so let me grab my ink pen here. I will fix this on the pattern. So if anybody did want this, I will fix it before I send it to you so that that color is correct there. Okay, and then now we're just going to complete our little X's and go all the way back across. Everybody's saying howdy-do to Mr. Miguel. And yes, y'all, I do not have Mr. Nightbot is not on tonight. I know, I haven't turned him back on yet. I've been busy doing other things and haven't taken the time to reconnect him. So if I have any mods in the chat and you do want your link dropped later on, I will have them. I will let y'all know when you can do that. Yeah. So you'll do 6, skip 2, and then do 3 more for anybody that is wanting to follow along and make this. And then I'm going to show y'all how I do this, because I know it's probably not the way to do it. And seasoned cross stitchers, y'all can let me know if you do the same thing or if I'm making you go, y'all are gasping. Let me know. Hey, Rudy, welcome in. because in my opinion, when I'm working on these projects like this, as long as all of my X's are going in the same direction, I switch it all up. So long as all my little slants go this way and all my other little slants go the other way, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Miguel is having a veggie burger from Aldi's with some broccoli and yellow squash. Yum. Rudy said episode 77 was on day 7. Oh, very cool. I did not notice that. Okay, so now I'm here. Oh, Kimberly says ads. Oh, are we already 30 minutes in? Oh, wow. All right, so what we're going to do, looking at the chart here, we're going to skip over to here. So I need to skip two stitches over. But I also see that these are going up and down. So instead of skipping over 2, I'm going to skip over 1. And I'm going to work these going down first. Oh, Rudy said today is day 9 and he missed the live. That's okay, Rudy. You can catch the replay if you really want to. All right, so we're going to skip over. So Kimberly, I know you cross stitch. I know Nancy cross stitches. So y'all let me know if if y'all are like cringing watching me do this, because I know some people don't like to do that. Do it this way. And that's what the back is looking like. Okay, so now I'm going to work 3 of my stitches going down. So I start in the upper right corner and I'm going to go down to the left. And then I'm going to do that 3 times. So start in the right corner. Kimberly says she would do it. Thank you, Miss Nancy. And so here are my 3 stitches going down for that one. And then I will do my cross section going back up. And sometimes I will turn the hoop completely, and I'll show you how I do that in just a second. If I can find the little slot here. Nancy says, sorry, keyboard is balancing on the stuff. Hey, that is okay. I'm just glad your internet is acting right for you. And then I'm going back up to get my 3 stitches. Now, for this last one, hey, Storms, Cats, and Storms, Radios, and Cats, Mr. Barry, we're going to go into, instead of going lower right, I'm going to go in this top corner. And the reason is because to go up, I'm going to need to start in this one. So if I go back in this one, then it's going to make it come right back out. I know. But my X is still going in the right direction. And then I'm going to go here because I need to go up 3. So we're going to go, whoops, 1, 2, and 3. And y'all, I'm sorry if this camera is not, man, it's dark too. There we go. See if that, on my side it's looking light, but I know on y'all's side it might be looking a little dark. Okay, so there's my 3rd one. So we're doing 6 in a row here. And then we're going to skip 1, and then we're going to go up and grab this one here. Because, you know, I gotta make things difficult for myself. So then I'm going to skip 1, and then I'm going to do this one. Oh, get in there. Okay. I know, like, I jump all around, y'all. So now I'm right here. So then there's these 2 little stragglers hanging out over here. So now I'm going to kick it back this way and do those 2 right there. So I'm going to do 3 in a row. And y'all, there really doesn't have to be a method to your madness, just so long as you understand what you're doing. And you can also work it in grids if that is easier for you. I tend to just work as much of one color as I can until I run out of that particular floss that I have on my needle. And then depending on where I'm at in the pattern, if I need to, because if you can buy big giant embroidery hoops, I usually tend to work with the smaller ones just because it's easier for me to hold. But then when I move it, like if I was working on a big project, I would need to move my hoop over to get to another section. So I try to work as much in one section as I can. Hey, Chris K. She said she is going to crochet in the bushes. Well, alrighty. Oh, I laid my ink pen is... Kimberly says, and it helps to try not to waste thread by hopping over really far. Exactly. And sometimes, especially if you're buying a kit, you know, you only get so much, they only send you so much of the thread. Usually it's enough, but sometimes you can run thin and you may have to go get more or use it sparingly. And then now I'm just going to complete all these little X's for the ones that I just did. Let's see, did I have any more? Yeah, we'll wait on that one. And then now I'm going to work back down these three. I can find the little hole. This is harder to do on camera than I thought it would be, because I'm holding it at a funky angle. There we go. Oh no. Nancy said, I knew it. Keyboard just fell off my desk. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we were talking about the time change. So yeah, I don't like having to get up in the darkness. That's the only thing that I don't particularly care. And which, granted, I mean, it won't last that long, I know, but still. Okay. All right, so we're right here. I just finished this third one. So I need to skip these two here, and then I'm going to do these four. Nancy, tape it down or use Velcro. And y'all know what? Nancy could do that, y'all. Oh, hold on. We got an Amber Alert going off. Hold on. Okay, anybody in the Murfreesboro area, go check out the Amber Alert. If you're in Tennessee, check that out and see if you recognize any of the people that are involved, please. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I just finished that one, so I'm going to turn my hoop over. And then I'm going to skip my two spots. Again, if I can find it. Oh my gracious. There we go. Okay, so how many do I need to do? I need to do 4. Let's see. Do I want to do it that way? No. Let me show you why. Well, I guess I could. Okay, so for here, you have a choice. Because if I go across here and then come back, I'm going to be here when I need my needle to be here. So you can either go ahead and do your full X's complete all the way over to here individually, or you can do it all the way across and then just drag your yarn back or your needle back across. I think I'll just do that. Or, you know, if it's a big project and you end way up where you don't need to be, you can go ahead and cut your yarn, tie it off, and then scoot your hook and not your hook, your needle and your floss over to where you need to be. So we're just going to go ahead and roll with it this way and do 4 in a row. And I know I'm jumping all around, so if y'all are trying to make this pattern with me, I know it's going to be a jumbled mess. But if you do like the Celtic knot and you do want the pattern for yourself, like I said, shoot me an email, BeeCreativeCrafts1@gmail.com, and I will be happy to email you the PDF. Now, even though I'm working this upside down, it is still going to work out the same. Hold up. I gotta take this off screen for a second because there we go. I couldn't find that. I couldn't see how to get it in the little teeny tiny spot. But you can make some really cool stuff with cross stitch. You can also take your cross stitch patterns and turn them into diamond paintings, or you can turn them into latch hook or perler bead art. Kimberly says she does skipping half stitches sometimes and then work back and end up in the right spot. She's like, I know, clear as mud. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because I started to go 2 and then back and then, yeah, I got you. Alrighty, so I'm back where I needed to be. Alright, so we just finished up here. Now I need to be back here and we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to skip right to here. And do my 6 little boxes down. Maritza, did I say hey to you? If not, hola Maritza, welcome in. Y'all, my chat is over there. And so I'm having to look back and forth. So if I miss anybody coming in or if I miss a comment, just shout it out again and I'll try to catch it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go down 5. I'm going to go back up because, again, I'm going to need to work the opposite way here. So I'm going to go ahead and work these 5. Initially, I was going to do this in one color, but when we were looking at it the other night, I was like, ooh, you know what? That'd be pretty in 2 colors. If you get a knot in your floss, I usually just, before I pull it super tight, I try to take my little needle here and pull it back out. Ta-da! And Angel is asking Barry if Paint had her kittens. Oh, yes, let us know. Okay, now this one I'm going to do opposite because at least that'll get me 1 stitch lower. Okay, now here's what the back is looking like. Now, if you're working a big project and you don't want your yarn or your floss to get all mixed up, you can just weave it underneath these stitches. You don't have to do it this way, just showing you a little thing. A few little, whoop, as I bumped the camera. A few things that I do sometimes. All right. And then we're back down here for our 6th one from before. Okay, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, here. So these little boxes are grids of 10. So that we've got 8 here plus 1. And then I'm going to skip 1 and do another one. I'm going to go ahead and work this whole row going across here and then work all the way back. So we're going to go 9. Let's see. Chris is talking to Nancy. How goes it will pattern from Herb? Y'all, I may have to take this hoodie off. It's been chilly in my house, so the other night on my live, I had this hoodie on, and I took it off because I was getting hot. But then earlier, I was getting cold, so I grabbed it again. Nancy saying to Chris, I haven't started it. She received the pattern, but still needs to buy the yarn. Let's see. Oh, Barry said, yes, she had them after I fell asleep. I'm not sure how many, but what I could actually see, there was 4, and one looks like a calico. Oh, sweet. Yo, I'm counting. See, this, I started to work on a unicorn one tonight, and I thought, oh no, because it's not my pattern, and I knew I'd have to do a lot of counting. And I thought maybe if I did this one, I wouldn't have to count as much. I mean, you still have to count because it's in the title, counted cross stitch, but you know. Okay, so there was my 9. I'm going to skip one and do one more. And then I'm going to skip one. No, I'm going to skip 2 and do 8. Yep. So I'm going to skip 2 and then do 8. Barry said, thanks, everybody. Paint is still a bit grumpy. Aw. Well, of course. She just had babies. Okay, so now what I'm doing, y'all can't see it because I can't hold it up. Your floss will get twisted up on itself. So I usually just let it go and I let my needle hang and untwist itself. Angel said, I bet 4 babies would make me grumpy. Right? Okay. I set that down there for a second. Woo! Hoodie's coming off. He said, I swear she looked big enough for 6. 4 is plenty. I mean, 4 would be pretty big too. Yeah. So we just did 4. How many did I say? 8. Oh, I just pulled my yarn, my floss off. Okay. No worries. We'll just put it right back on. And y'all, these little needle threaders are amazing. These work good for yarn too, because this fat side right here, you could put a 4-weight yarn in there and thread a darning needle. Yes, indeed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if I can find the hole. Oh my gracious. Let's see. Angel said Clementine is going to have hers soon too. Sweet little fur babies. My little Tinykins is a boy, so no little fur babies for him. But I do have a female dog, but she's older, so I'm not breeding her again. She had 1 litter of puppies. And now I'm just going to work my way back across, completing all my little X's in this purple. Angel and Barry, picking at one another. He said, Angel, hush. So, Angel, is Clementine yours or is Clementine another one of Barry's? Let us know. So, is there any craft that y'all want to see? Oh, it's another one of Barry's. That's why he's telling you to hush. Funny. I got it. So I got a present in the mail the other day. Can I reach them? Where did I put them? Oh, I don't want to. Oh, I know where it says, right here. So I got this here. Oi, from Miss Angela. Miss Angel. Angel's Crafty Halo for some stamping. So I'm thinking one of these Saturdays I'm going to do a stamping question or a stamping question. I read something in the chat. A stamping night, and I may get some people to join me on panel when I do those. Let's see. Chris K has a question. Can you use a big eye beading needle for cross stitch? A Tunisian. It depends on how. You probably could. It's just going to depend upon how big the eye is. If it's, as long as you can fit it through the whole of your fabric, or if you're using plastic canvas, as long as it will fit through. Because I know you came in late. I don't know where I tossed that needle at. But this kit came with it, and check it. The needle won't even go through it. It's too fat to go through the grid. And this is what came with the kit, which is a pain, that it wouldn't even fit through the, so y'all, again, I don't remember where this came from. I kind of think Dollar Tree, but if you see this kit, if you buy it, you're going to need another needle, because the one that comes with the kit will not go through the canvas. Now, one thing, it did come with 2 pieces of the canvas, so I can make this twice, just not with the needle that came with it. Let's see, Nancy said she received that same truck stamp. Excited to use it. I know, me too. Get this back over here out of the way. Oh, Barry sent an Angel a video with the babies. Oh, so sweet. So what I will do is I'll finish this one off, and then we're going to switch off to the pink. Just because. Chris said the whole needle is the eye. Okay, I know what you're talking about then. You're talking about one that's shaped like, well, turn. So it's shaped like that. Well, that's going to curl back up on it. I know what you're talking about. So is it one of the flexible ones, or is it one that's solid? And what I mean is, some of them that you can get, the material it's made out of is flexible. Hey, Diane. And some of them are not. So as long as it will fit through, you can use it as long as it will fit through the hole that's in your fabric. And y'all, I have crocheted using single crochet or Tunisian and made my own grid and then cross stitched on it with either, like I said, single crochet, and then just made up my own little boxes. It is flexible. It should work. I think you would be able to use that. And maybe one of these days I will make a, show y'all how I cross stitch on crocheted items. Okay, so there we go. That's part of the little purple section. So we're going to fold this over because I'm right here. So I could go back over here and get these, but I'm going to go ahead and tie this off because we don't want to be here watching me cross stitch till midnight. Well, we might. So I always do it like this, and then I take my finger and I hold it in place and I pull it. That way it gets my knot as close to the fabric as possible. And I do that 2 or 3 times just so the knot is big enough so that it's not going to pull back out through the hole. And then I'm going to cut it. Now sometimes I will go ahead and weave it underneath here and then cut it off. Like I showed y'all how when going down with this one. Okay. Now then, we're going to switch off. Now if your fabric starts coming loose, just tug it. Y'all can't see, I'm out of screen. Tug it and then push your hoop back down. And then you can tighten it up a little bit more. Hey, Sandrine, welcome in. Girl, look, I'm using your color, purple. But now we're getting ready to switch off to pink. Sorry. I just thought the purple and the pink looked pretty together, though. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing that we did with the purple. I'm just going to pull out that much. And there's no rhyme nor reason to why I picked the length that I did. If you go too long, it tends to knot up on itself. So you don't want to get it so long that you're constantly sitting there having to get knots out. Again, I'm going to split it into 3. Most of the patterns that I've been seeing lately in the kits want you to use 2 strands. And also, it makes a difference based on the fabric you're using. So this, I'm guessing, is probably a 10 fabric. Let me see if it says on this. I don't think it says, but let me look. I don't think so. I think it just says fabric. No, it just says cross stitch fabric. But you know what? I can tell you how many. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, we did 9 right there. So let's lock that down. From the 2 to the 3. It's close to a 10. It's definitely not a 14. So we're gonna consider that a 10. It should be 10 little squares. It's a little bit more. It's an well, actually it was an 11. I guess you can buy 8 11. It's an 11. So we're gonna it's an 11. Because there were 11 little boxes. I guess you can buy 8 11. Can you buy 8 11, Kimberly? Nancy? Any of my little cross stitchers in chat? Let me know. And it may be 8 11 and not 8 10 because I'm thinking 10 because of 10 crochet thread. So let me know. And there may be both. You can get both. Either way, this one is an 11 because there were 11 of these little boxes because this purple row here was 9. Then we skipped one. And so from here to here in the 1-inch thing, we got 11 little boxes. So Miss Sandrine, how have you been? I saw you went live the other day. I was at work and I didn't get my notification unless I just didn't see it because I was at work. But I will be watching for you and make sure I have my notifications. Nancy says she does not know because the only Aida fabric she's ever used just came in the kit. Okay. And you can buy big rolls of the Aida fabric. Okay, there we go. Kimberly is saying you can get Aida 6, 11, 14, 18, and 22. I remembered the 22, or for some reason I was thinking 20. I've used 18. I'm making one right now I want to say is in 22. I just have to lay my hands on it because I don't remember where it's at the moment. But I'll show it to y'all. It's a very detailed one. It's a picture that I'm making from when I was at the beach. So I took a photo that I took and then I converted it into a pattern. Okay. back to what we're working on here. Okay, so now we're going to jump right here. Here's where we're at with the pattern. So I'm going to go across here, and I'm going to go all the way across doing that in pink. Angel said I need to go get some fabric. And you can use any fabric that you want, as long as you can see little X's in it. As long as you can make it see little X's. Kimberly says, and linen to go over double. Yes. And you can also buy what's called waste. I believe it's called waste fabric. And it has little blue lines that run through it, and it's just being held together with glue, like a soluble glue. And you can use that to attach it, to put it on like a piece of, like a t-shirt, because I've used it when I've cross-stitched on a shirt. And you attach it, and then you use that as your guide and cross-stitch through both. And then you get it wet, and then you pull each little strand out, and then it just leaves your cross-stitched project on your shirt. Kimberly said, I know, that's a whole other show. I know. Okay, so we're going to start with the pink. We're going to start right here. Maybe. There we go. All right, and on this one, we're going to do 3 in a row, skip 1, and then do 1, skip 2, and then we're going to do 6. Again, if anybody wants this, it's just a Celtic knot. And I did it in springy colors. Let me know. I will be happy to email this pattern to you if y'all are interested in it. But you can add it to any of your other projects, or you can just make one. I've done smaller ones. This was one that was that I just happened to have. I actually made it up several years ago, just playing around. I was making I believe I did this one, the different Celtic knots, right before my son got married, and I was working up a filet crochet. You can also use grids or patterns like this to do filet crochet with. Hey, Bridget, welcome in. Y'all, I got happy mail from Bridget. If y'all are a member of the Hive, you can check out the video. I released it today. I did an unboxing. If you're not a member of the Hive, don't worry. You can see it on Wednesday, because it's the new episode of What's in the Box Wednesday. And y'all can check out the happy mail she sent me. Or you know what? Since y'all are here, give you a little sneak peek. Isn't it gorgeous? Bridget, you did an amazing job. And girl, those are my colors. You know me well. Gorgeous. Thank you. I love it. Okay. So I said we were going to do that. But let's go ahead and kick it up here and grab these 3 and these 2 down here. So we're going to do this row of 6 right quick. Kimberly says you can also use cross-stitch patterns for quilts. Oh, yeah, you can. So y'all, one craft you can use one craft to do many crafts. Many. So if y'all have a cross-stitch pattern that you really like, turn it into a Grafgan. Or you can, like Kimberly said, turn it into a quilt. You can turn it into perler bead art. So many things you can do with it. You can use it to do mosaics. Like if you have the little mosaic tile, you can use it for diamond painting. Tons and tons and tons of stuff that you can use. So for those of, I don't remember who it was in my thing the other night saying that their eyes wouldn't allow them to cross stitch anymore. If you have the pattern and you have the ability to blow the pattern up, make it larger, like this one. If I printed it on normal, which was that. But then I blew it up bigger. So if you have the ability to blow up the pattern, like make a copy of it, blow it up bigger, and then use the cross stitch pattern to make something different. Nancy says, or diamond painting, yes. And you can buy the diamond painting sticky stuff with the grid on it. You can also use it to do latch hook like we did a couple of weeks ago, or a month or two ago. When did we do latch hook? 2 months ago? We'll see, that was in February. Oh my gosh, it was just last month, wasn't it? Okay, a month ago. No, we did painting last month, didn't we? Yeah, it was 2 months ago. Chris K says, or you could do them as a C2C. Exactly. You could. Absolutely. Angel says, I'm really liking the diamond painting. Yeah. So if y'all have your, like I said, take your favorite pattern, your favorite cross stitch pattern. If I'm not mistaken, these DMC floss numbers, you can get the diamond painting drills in the in these numbers. I think they correlate. I may be wrong, but I'm thinking I saw that somewhere. So you should be able to take it and find your colors that you need. Angel says, what is C2C? That is a form of crochet. It is corner to corner, and you make blocks. So each X would be a 3-stitch block on corner to corner. But yeah, and you can also use it as in filet crochet. Okay, now I'm going to skip here. I'm going to go ahead and grab these next two down. Just because I'm here. And I've made, oh, you're very welcome. Angel says, thank you. You are so very welcome. But yeah, you can, if you have a smaller, if you're wanting to convert it into a cross stitch pattern, into a crochet pattern, or into a quilt, if it's a smaller one, like a smaller project like this one would be, you could do it in corner to corner. Or if you wanted to do it into a quilt, depending on how big you make each little block, it could either be one little block of a quilt, or it could be big and you could make it humongous. But if you did it as corner to corner, or if you wanted to do in single crochet, it would make little tiny blocks. So you do it like a little granny square. Does that make sense? I was reading chat and trying to just explain that at the same time. So I may have went off the rails a little bit. Nancy says the blanket that she's been working on for her bedroom was in the trunk. I thought we had left it at the old house, and that one is a corner to corner. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. I'm so glad you found it. Woohoo. And that one she's making is corner to corner. And that little piece went underneath, so it was coming out the other side. So I'm just going to take my little hook here and pull it back out because it's leaving the little fuzzies on the side. Oh, I split it. Okay, come here, you. There we go. Okay, now back to where I was at on the pink. So now we're going to skip over here and do these 6. And I messed that one up a while ago. I did. I messed that one up. That's okay. I can fix it. I can fix it. I'll have to get my little handy dandy seam ripper and fix that one because I skipped the one and then I did need to skip that one. That's okay. I can fix it. I can fix it. Let's see. Nancy said she will take a picture in the morning because it's dark in the house now. Okie dokie. And don't forget, y'all, those in the U.S. and maybe Canada, probably Canada, spring forward tonight. So come 2 a.m., it'll be 3 a.m. Okay, then I'm going to skip one, work a pink one. I can find where it needs to go. Then I need to skip 2 and work 4. So how am I going to fix that one? I'm just going to take my little seam ripper and I'm going to just cut it right here in the middle and undo that one. Yep, that's what happens. Or, yeah, I'll have to do it that way. Because I'm not undoing all those to get that one little thing. And then now I'm going to work my way back across, filling in all the little pink X's. Actually, let's see. Shall I? No. I know what I'll do. Finish these 4. Yep, and then I'm going to go back to my pattern and see what I have done. I'm going to share the screen with y'all again here in just a second, and I'm going to show y'all what I've done on this pattern, and then we're going to fix it. Share screen. Kimberly said all of the diagonal directions of the stitches should be going in the same direction. First one, lower left, upper right, and then the second top one, lower right, upper left. Yes. So you're you want your stitches to always, your X's to always flow the same. She said, I'm done hijacking your live. No, you're not. You're helping out. Hey, Jerry. Welcome in. Okay. You stitches. Okay, so right here, I got in a hurry. That one should be purple, and that one should be purple. Okay, now it's fixed. Let me see if I see any other ones. Okay, no. All right, good. You go back over here where y'all are at. There we go. And Nancy says, let her know if anyone wants their channel link to drop. Yes, for sure. Just, even though I don't have Nightbot going right now, if you want your channel link to be dropped, just type Buzz in the chat, and one of my lovely mods will drop it for you. Okay. So where'd my little... So that one was supposed to be... And then that one is supposed to be purple. Okay. So I fixed it on my little printout here. I'll get it fixed. Okay, now we're going to go down to... Whoops. And pick up these here. And I'll fix that other one. And pull my needle off again. Nancy said she's Nightbot tonight, but she don't get paid as much. That may be why he's on vacation. I don't pay him either. Although I think YouTube probably pays old Mr. Nightbot. But yeah, so no matter how, like what Kimberly was saying, no matter how you go about it, as long as your X's, whether you go bottom left, upper right, that is the correct way. bottom left, upper right, then bottom right to upper left. But as long as all of your X's go in the same direction, and if you're a lefty, if you want to work yours this way and back, whichever way works the best for you, so long as all your little X's continue to flow in the same direction. And that is just so, I guess it's just pleasing to the eye. Like if the lights are hitting it a certain way. Because and y'all, if you're working on a large project and one of your little X's happens to be laying another way, just call it an Easter egg and people can hunt for it and see if they can find the mistake. Because guess what? They're not going to be able to see it. It'll be all right. Fake it till you make it, right? Hey, Darcia, welcome in. Come here, you. And see how this is like tangling up, knotting up on itself? Just take your time, take your little needle and unknot it. And sometimes it'll stay knotted. And then I just yank it through. And I leave it. And I don't even worry about it. Okay, how many am I doing here? 3. 3 up. So I have 6 total. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this back around because it's easier for me to work it this way. I'm going to finish my X's this way. So I flip my little embroidery hoop every which way. This is why it's easier for me to use a smaller hoop than one of the big hoops. But now I do have a big hoop. It's huge. And I also have one that sits in your lap or like sits underneath your leg so you can sit it when you're sitting on the couch. Okay. So it's great old big. And then I have one that's like a quilt frame, or it's PVC, and I meant to bring one of those in here, and I forgot. I got up to go get it, and then I was distracted. He just says I will have a basket of Easter eggs. That's okay. That is okay. So y'all, I learned how to cross stitch when I was in the 4th grade. My 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Watts, taught the entire class how to cross stitch. She gave us a couple of different patterns to choose from. Mine was a ice cream cone, which more than likely is still in my craft bag. I'll have to look. If so, I will put a picture of it up on my community tab if I can find it. But she taught us all how to cross stitch. She bought all the materials, and at the time I didn't think much of it, but I mean, that was pretty impressive back in the day, she bought it for the whole entire class, and we all did a little cross stitch project. I'm sure it was for math, or I really don't know. Maybe she just wanted to cross stitch. But she taught us all how to do it. And then when my boys were about that same age, I taught them how to cross stitch. Okay. And then we just finished up the 3rd one. Hey, Renee, welcome in. And then we're going to work our way back down. So we're going to go down here till we hit the purple. Spin it this way. I'm going to work these individually. Maybe. Nancy said she was using her students for cheap labor. No, we got to keep the project. She didn't keep them. We kept them. She just showed us how to do it. So maybe she just wanted to keep us quiet. I don't really remember. I'll have to ask her. Every now and again, now that I've moved back to where I went to elementary school and middle school, I see some of my old teachers, not old, former teachers, out at Walmart. So if I see her out and about, she no longer teaches in this county, but I do bump into her from time to time. So if I see her out, I will have to ask her why. What was her, I'm sure at the time I knew why. And I mean, and it could have been, for some reason, my brain is thinking math, but maybe that's just me projecting it. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're going to do 8. Kimberly says she taught her husband, not that they wanted to learn. Oh, I did not teach either of my husbands to do that. I did try to teach one of my brother-in-laws to crochet, but he would get so tense because he wanted it to be perfect the first go round, and I'm like, you've got to just relax. It's not going to look perfect. And he was doing a great job if he would have just done more than like 2 rows, because y'all know with crochet, that first couple of rows, it curls up on itself and it doesn't want to lay flat. I'm like, you just got to keep going if you do another row. But he wanted it to look perfect right then. I'm like, it's not going to lay flat. You got to relax. You just got to keep going. But he didn't. But now my niece, his daughter, she really enjoyed it. She took to it and has made several little projects. Karen says she has not done her cross stitch in about 9 years now. Karen, I was showing them, I bought this little kit. Okay, now if you see this kit out, I'm pretty sure it either came from Dollar Tree or Dollar General. So if you see it out and about, but it comes with the plastic canvas. And it came with 2 pieces. I don't know if all of them come with 2 pieces or if this one was just a unicorn and I got lucky. And it comes with yarn, so you can cross stitch with yarn. The only thing, if you purchase one of these, the needle that comes with it, whoa, there goes an Easter egg. That's from the Crafty Ladies. It won't fit through here, so you're gonna need another needle because it won't fit through here. And I done lost it again. I threw it somewhere. Oh wait, it's right here. The needle that came with the kit won't fit through the holes in the grid in the plastic canvas that they sent. So you will need to get another needle to go with it, but it's bigger, so it would be easier to see. Or if you have some cross stitch patterns that you're wanting to do, maybe pick up some plastic canvas and then you can still do the cross stitch, but you'll just need to do it with thread instead of with the embroidery floss. But I'm going to work these back across. Okay, we're at about 1 hour and 20 minutes. So y'all, is anybody going live tonight at 8 o'clock Central or in 30-ish minutes? Let me know and we will do a raid over. Angel said her kit has a bigger plastic grid. She likes how mine has the smaller holes. Well, I will try to find out where I got these. I mean, because $1 for the grids is not a bad price. It just really stinks though that I can't complete it, or if somebody purchased it, they wouldn't be able to complete it because the needle won't fit through it. And it could just be this one kit, but I also have some plastic canvas that I purchased off of Amazon. So it may have larger holes or a larger grid. Aw, Barry said we call those love raids. Awesome. Kara says, cute. I used to do that plastic canvas too. Her girls loved working with it. She has lots of that too. Oh, cool. And y'all, I saw Hirschner's has started, and they may have always sold it, and I just hadn't paid attention. But I got an email from Hirschner's, and they have lots of new plastic canvas kits. It said new, so I don't know if the whole plastic canvas is new to Hershner's or just these specific kits. They had quite a few. Like I said, it made me think of Jumpin' Frog Creations because she makes all those really cool plastic canvas designs. Ta-da! I'll tie this one in a knot here. And woo, untangle. Well, you can be in there. That'll work. You'll be alright. Slip this one off of here. And I'm going to grab something while we got a few people watching here. Where did it go? Looks like it's right here. Oh, alright, y'all. I received an email from a company called 7 Great, and they let me pick out some items. And I picked out 2 of these cross-stitch kits that are identical, with the exception of one is counted cross-stitch and one is stamped. This particular one is stamped, and let me show you what it is. What we've been doing tonight is counted cross-stitch. This one is considered stamped because, oh, it's pulling everything out. The image is stamped right onto the fabric. It's stamped right onto the canvas, or the Aida fabric. You also get your grid here. And there is a pattern that goes along with this. I highly recommend you looking at the pattern as you're doing this, because although this one is really well, it looks like their image is spot on with the little X's within the grid. But I'm going to do this one as a giveaway. So let me pull up my giveaway tool here for anybody that might be interested. Let's see here. Should have had this pulled up before I started. /give. Oh, wait. Okay, Angel said, I think I would like that. Karen said she did a Coke pillow and cross stitch. Cool beanies. But this comes with everything that you need. It comes with the needle. It comes with all the floss, all neatly organized for you. You get the Aida fabric. Welcome back, Miss Paula. And it does come with the pattern. I'm not going to show the whole thing because this is a paid-for pattern, but I will show you what it looks like so you can see just a little bit of it. So it's got it all gridded off for you, and then you have your color coded, and it tells there's a grid in there as well on this one. So if you make this one and then you want to go back and make another one and try it by doing the counted version, or if you want to use this to make it on another item, use it for diamond painting, or turn it into a blanket or a quilt, or whatever you want to do, you can. Let me share screen here. Now this is going to be open for US only because shipping is expensive. If you want to try to win this kit and you live within the United States, type the word ROSE, R-O-S-E. So type the word ROSE in the chat. Wait till they start coming in, and then I'll have StreamYard start collecting. And Karen said she took a cross stitch pattern and made it with a yarn, and it's a dog paw pillow. Oh, how cute! Now, if y'all are new to cross stitch, I do not recommend the cross-stitch kits at Dollar Tree. If you are an experienced cross-stitcher and you want to get a kit from Dollar Tree, you can. Let me show you what you get, though. You get this, and it says that it has the fabric, a needle, a design sheet, and thread. This is your design sheet. I know I'm tiny and y'all can't see me. Darcia said that we were in the ads. I did show it at the beginning, and I have done a review on this on my channel, so y'all can check it out. But it's very difficult to count these up because there's no grid lines, there's no nothing. It's just basically taking the picture and then you're recreating the pattern yourself. So it's very difficult to follow along with. But if you just need some Aida fabric and you have a Dollar Tree handy dandy close by and you have another pattern that you're wanting to make, or if you just want to try something fun or create your own pattern, then absolutely, because $1.25 for some Aida fabric and some embroidery floss and a needle is a pretty good deal. Just so long as you know what you are purchasing. But I think if I was a newbie just learning how to cross stitch, and if I had picked up that pattern or that kit, it would be difficult to follow along. So I'm gonna wait just a minute here before I do this draw because the ads, I didn't pay attention to what time it was. So the ads are coming in. They should be done. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6 roses. So if anybody else would like to try to win this stamped cross stitch kit. Okay, and Arcia said out of the ads. So if y'all would like to try to win this kit, just type the word rose in the comments. Now the only thing this kit does not come with is the embroidery hoop. So you will need an embroidery hoop unless you prefer to do it without. I like to use, I was taught how to cross stitch using the embroidery hoop. To me, it helps keep my fabric flat, but it keeps my tension the same. So if I pull my needle, it's not going to squeeze it too much. Does that make sense? But yeah, so I prefer to use the embroidery hoop. A lot of the kits nowadays do not come with embroidery hoop, but you can pick them up at Walmart, Dollar Tree. Most craft stores have them. They're fairly inexpensive, $1 or $2 for the smaller ones, maybe even less. I know you used to get them for like 80 cents. I don't know if you can still get them for that cheap, but all right, y'all. We're going to give it just another minute here, and then we're going to roll it. So, chat, while we're waiting on all the roses to come in, I know a few of you have already told me, but who here has done cross stitch? I know Miss Nancy has, and Miss Karen has. All right, y'all, we're going to roll it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, draw. And the winner is... Dun, dun, dun. Nancy! Little Treasures by Nancy. Yay! Congratulations, Nancy. Angel says, I've attempted. Let me stop screen share. Congratulations, Miss Nancy. Put that up there. And let me show y'all. Normally, I would say email me, the Miss Nancy. I have all your information, so we good. This is the floss that I have been using for tonight's tutorial. I I've been using this that I picked up. So if anybody else picked these up when Hobby Lobby had their big clearance sale last year, this is what I've been using. Some of these I got for 74 cents. And then these were $1.49. I don't know what the difference was. I don't know if it was I bought one 2 years ago and one I bought this past year. I don't know. But anyway, this brand is called Iris. Oh, no, they're the same. Artistry. Anyway, and these may not have been on clearance. These may have just been on sale or reduced. They may not have been on the big overhaul. But when you get a kit, it will have a DMC floss number, which is what I normally use. These are not the same numbers because I checked. But this one here, what I was using was 607. So if you have these and you're wanting to do exactly the same color palette as I did for what I was doing on screen here, and the purple one was 580. So the pattern that I used for the DMC one, those numbers were 552 for the purple and 603 for the pink. And if anybody is interested and wants this pattern, just shoot me an email. I did fix these, and I can send you the PDF. And you could do it in any color that you want. If you don't want yours to be two-tone, if you just want it to be one, because initially I had it designed to where it was all one color, and then I decided to change it up and make it be two colors. And you can do it on any color of Aida Fabric that you want. I was using white, but Aida Fabric comes in all different colors. Here's some in brown. Comes in black, white, red. You can find the supplies on Amazon. You can find them at Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. So y'all shoot me an email if you would like this little pattern. I know we didn't finish it. I will finish it up and put it on my community tab so y'all can see what it looks like. I will go back over here to share screen in case anybody missed it. I will show you what it looks like in the pattern. So that's what it looks like. I've got it blown up to 150. Let me shrink it back down to 100%. So that's what it would look like. That's what it looks like if you did it as the stitches. I could view it as just the solid. It's a very small design. Just a little Celtic knot. This is a fun little pattern or pattern maker. I really wish they still made it. Fortunately, they do not. But I wish they did because it's a great little pattern maker. And it's really good for, I use it for when I'm designing my graphkins. I use it when I'm doing filet crochet. I use it to take photographs and make my own cross stitch patterns. It's just a fun little program, and I hate that they no longer have it. So yeah, if y'all want this particular pattern, just shoot me an email, BeeCreativeCrafts1@gmail.com. Right there it is. And I will be happy to email that over to you. Oh, let's see. Y'all know what? I almost forgot. It just dawned on me. We have not picked the stitch yet for April. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Let me pick a stitch. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I almost forgot that. Let me share screen. The stitch for March is the half double crochet. So let's go see what the stitch for April is going to be. Share screen. Pick a stitch and share. And while it does that, I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera back around so y'all can see me instead of staring at my desk with nothing on it. Hey! Alrighty. Pick the stitch. Alrighty, let's click to spin and let's see what the stitch is going to be for April. And the stitch for April is going to be woohoo! Let me write that down. Now the shell stitch, I actually thought I had pulled it off. Obviously I did not. Let me write this down over here. Looks really good if you do it in 2 colors. So for my blanket, I'm going to do it in 1 color, but I will be doing a stacked shell in 2 colors because it looks really pretty with 2 colors, or even 3. Probably 3. I think the baby blanket I did was in 3 colors. I don't know. I'll figure it out before that time comes. But that is for April. So we will remove this one off of the spinny willy. And stop screen shell. And go back here. Nancy says, sorry, I was multitasking. Karen says she saw a star stitch blanket. It's so pretty. I've done a scarf in that stitch. Do I have a tutorial? I did a baby blanket with a star stitch, and I did a baby hat, a baby beanie. I know I made it for a coworker's. That's what I made for her baby when she had her little boy here. Oh, he just celebrated his 1-year birthday, so I made it for her a year ago. I can't remember if I did a tutorial on it. I know that's bad, y'all. I know I filmed it, but I don't remember if I actually edited it and uploaded it. But star stitch is on my list. It's on my spinny willy. But the shell is coming up next. So, all right, y'all, we're gonna get out of here. Is there anybody live that we need to go do a raid to? Let's go take a look-see. YouTube. I could have looked on my phone, I suppose. We've got Kelly's Crochet Adventures, I do believe is live. It's hard for me to find lives on my computer. On my phone, I can filter it out by those that I'm subscribed to and those who are live. So if y'all know of anybody else, let me know. Feel free to type their channel name in the chat. Karen said, but I think it's a yarn eater. For the star stitch, some of the stitches that we're gonna hit on this year are yarn eaters. Usually when I do the star stitch though, I don't do it over and over and over. I like do other stitches in between it. So usually I'll do like rows of half double and then do the star stitch and then do some half double and then the star stitch. But for the stitch along, I'll probably just do it all. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out when I get to that stitch. Hey, Adele. She's like, bye, Pam. She was lurking in the bushes, y'all. Angel says she needs to go back to the live stream where you showed the what? Willy spin. Oh. The spinny willy thingy. Yeah. Spinny willy thingy. That's what I call it. What is it called, really? It's called the Wheel of Names. It's free channel. It's a free website. There we go. And y'all, I haven't played this tonight. This is for everybody that's been lurking and listening and crafting while I've been yakking on and on. This is for y'all. pull my phone up here and see if see if I can see anybody that is live. And Kimberly had messaged me and said you could also use perforated paper for using the cross stitch on. That's a great idea. Great idea. Okay, right here. Subscriptions and lives. Alrighty, we got Kelly's Crochet Adventures. There are several channels that I subscribe to, but that are live, but they're not craft oriented. Adele says John will be on at 8 Central. Okay. Good. Thank you for letting me know. So that's What If I Could. John C. is going to be going live at 8. So let's do a raid over to John. Angel said, oh, I thought it was a yarn spinner. No, it's where I pick my name. That's where I have all the stitches for the year-long stitch along. That's where I have those at. So yeah. Karen said, yes, it's great for bookmarks. It would be. For sure. Nancy says she has that same issue with hers. Lots of other topics. Yes, because I watch a wide variety of YouTube channels. You know, my favorites being the crafting channels, but I have other interests as well that sometimes I'll watch, and they do go live. So, but I hope y'all have enjoyed this live, and I hope you learned something about cross stitch or just enjoyed listening to me ramble on and on about absolutely nothing. Sometimes I do that. And let me go over here. So I hope y'all have a fabulous, fabulous night. There are lots of lives going on this weekend. The next time I'll be live will be on Thursday night at 8 Central. And we are working on the half double crochet. So I don't know what all we're going to be making this month. I just know we're going to be doing stuff with half double crochet. It seems like we should already be, because my Thursday night live was like at the end of week 1. It was on the 7th, so I feel like we should already be halfway through the month, and we're not. We will be before you know it, though. But yeah, so we're going to be working on the half double crochet on Thursday night, so y'all come hang out with us and join us. And I will see y'all. Wait a minute, I got some comments coming in. Hold up. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Nancy says, made sorting more enjoyable. Y'all, Nancy went and got the rest of her stuff out of storage, so yay! So she's been having fun playing with all her stuff that's been in the storage for the past few months. So it's like Christmas at her house, getting to go through all her goodies. Karen says, good night all. Have a great rest of your weekend. Angel says, always enjoy your lives. Aw, thank you. Karen said, don't forget the time change. Yes, don't forget the time change. We spring forward. Spring forward tonight. And everybody is saying good night to each other. So, whoops, wrong button. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.